Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. If you descend from Abraham, you know about Abraham? Alright, if you descend from Abraham, if you see yourself on the sign, brother, at least. What? On this sign right here, you see yourself on there?
I can't.
You see us? Is that you right there, Issachar, so-called Mexican? You need me to hold it up?
No, bro, I think I'm good.
Alright, brother.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Hey.
Damn.
You don't know which way you going, brother.
No.
Going it. Hey, come back. Come back, brother. Come on, where you are. Give me Jeremiah 17 and 23. Alright, give me Jeremiah 17 and 23. Hey, you can't make this up. Brother going this way. You going that way.
See that?
Hey, that's how it's going to be when the famine of the word comes. They can literally go to and fro. Bring it out, King.
Book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse 23. But they obeyed not, neither inclined their ear, but made their neck stiff.
But what?
But made their neck stiff.
But made their neck stiff. Right, give me 2 Kings 17 and 15. That's all Israel do. Keep reading.
That they might not hear nor receive instruction.
See that? And he didn't want to receive instruction.
Oh.
Alright? And you need it. You need to receive instruction. It's very important to get instructed. Especially by the Lord, man. Alright, you getting guided. Just like a 3-year-old child. If he's just walking around, he might go into the street and get hit by a car. But guess what? He got his dad right by his side to guide him. Okay, we going to the bathroom. Alright, that's what we need. And you see it manifest. Bring it up.
Book of 2 Kings, chapter 17, verse 15.
No.
And they rejected his statute.
And they what?
And they rejected his statute.
And they rejected his statute. Even our forefathers did. They didn't want to hear the words of the Lord. Give me Jeremiah 20 and 1. Alright? It's nothing new under the sun. The same thing they doing now, guess what? It was doing back then. And it was a lot worse back then, if you ask me. Alright?
That's right.
It was a lot worse back then. Read.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 20 and verse 1.
Oh.
Now Pashur, the son of Eber, the priest, who was also chief governor in the house of the Lord, heard that Jeremiah prophesied these things.
Right, so you heard that Jeremiah was out on the highways and byways preaching the words of the Lord. Hey brother, you know who you are, King? Who are you? We all ourselves. You got a nationality. Come
What does that
learn.
mean?
Come learn, brother.
What does that mean?
I read that.
Then Pashur smote Jeremiah the prophet and put him in the stocks that were in the high gate of Benjamin.
Then he kind of hit Jeremiah's son the head, man. Now he could have hit him with a damn one of these, but a little bit bigger. Right? Can I hit him upside the head? Read.
Which was by the house of the Lord. And it came to pass on the morrow that Pashur brought forth Jeremiah out of the stocks. Then said Jeremiah unto him, the Lord hath not called by thy name Pashur, but Magor Mishabid. For this said the Lord, behold, I will make thee a terror to thyself and to all thy friends, and they shall fall by the sword of their enemies.
Right.
And thine eyes shall behold it, and I will give to all Judah in the hand of the king of Babylon, and he shall carry them captive into Babylon,
Read.
and shall slay them with the sword.
Right, so that was Pashur's judgment. Keep going.
Moreover, I will deliver all the strength of this city, and all the labors thereof, and all the precious things thereof, and all the treasures of the kings of Judah will I give into the hand of their enemies, which shall spoil them, and take them, and carry them to Babylon.
Read.
And though Pashur and all that dwell in thine house shall go into captivity, and thou shalt come to Babylon, and thou shalt die, and thou shalt be buried there, and all thy friends to whom thou hast prophesied lies.
See that? So anybody who don't want to hear the words of the Lord, and persecuting a prophet, guess what? You got a sword of destruction coming.
That's right.
Alright? It's not, I don't want to hear it. It's good. He might not have nowhere to go. He might go home, down, play Fortnite, and eat gummy worms.
Right.
But instead, he can have a 4-course meal. Right, give me Isaiah 55:1. This man can have a 4-course meal and get full.
Isaiah chapter 55 verse 1. Oh, everyone that thirsteth,
come ye to the water.
Come where?
Come ye to the water.
The Lord said, come to the waters, man.
Right.
And this water right here is the best water on earth. It's not like Aquafina, man. All right? It's not like the damn Walgreens water. You drink a gallon and you still thirsty.
Nope.
This is the living water. Read.
And he that hath no money, come ye buy and eat. Yea, come buy wine and milk without money and without price.
And this is free. All right, you go on Subway, they might charge. I remember this one hotel, when we was in Baltimore, then one hotel, dude said it's $3 for this water. It was a bottle of water.
Madness.
That's madness, man. Hey, but these water, it's free, man. It's free, and it will forever quench you. Free.
Wherefore do ye spend money for that which is not bread,
Right?
and your labor for that which satisfieth not?
And you labor for stuff that don't even satisfy you. All right? Jake labor for the worst things, man. All right? I gotta get a couple. Brother, no, you don't gotta get a dog. All right? You're not even putting it into the treasury. You're spending that money for the treasury. I'm gonna go get a dog. All right, Reed?
Hearken diligently unto me.
Hey, sisters. Hey, sisters. Y'all believe in the Bible?
Hearken diligently unto me.
Hearken what?
Hearken diligently unto me.
The Lord said, hearken diligently.
Right.
Truth requires you to listen. All right? You got 2 ears and 1 mouth. You should be able to sit down. Give me Matthew 18:3. You should be able to sit down and diligently hearken to the Lord and listen and give and receive instruction. That's the way of life. Read.
Eat that which is good.
And what?
And eat that which is good.
You gotta eat which is good, man. Read.
And let your soul delight itself in fatness. Incline your ear and come unto me. Hear, and your soul shall live.
See that? And you will live, man. That's why every brother up here, they living. All right? They living. Why? Because they got fat off the knowledge. All right? And this word is sweet. Give me Psalms 119 and 103. Read that out, Matthew.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 18 and verse 3.
Fuck it. Hey, y'all sisters believe in the Bible? Hey, sisters, let's walk. What about you, brother? In a Chris Paul jersey. You believe in the Bible? All right, bring that out.
And said, verily I say unto you, except ye be converted and become as little children, ye shall not enter into the kingdom of heaven.
Right, so Christ said, except you become children. All right, and what do children do? They listen. A children, he's not talking for 2 hours, trying to get his point across. All right, he's not talking brother's ears off. A child is listening and not doing any talking at all. All right, you really don't want to talk too much before the Lord anyway. Or the Lord in the heavens. He really do all the talking. Are you for America? Are you for America, sir? You are? Can I ask you a question? All right, are you drunk? A little bit. All right, what has America done for our people?
Oh, no. I want you to know. I went to war for America in 2003. And like for Afghanistan and shit like that.
Right.
I fully understand America's done bad.
Bad.
Fully understand.
Would you say that to the camera? America has done nothing but bad.
So the difference is, I would.
You gotta say it. What's your name?
I'm a CBS high school teacher, so I don't want to lose my job. But full on, America's.
It's not going nowhere. So you can speak your mind, Esau.
All right, I'll speak to the camera. That's not going anywhere. Fuck yeah, America's done bad shit, and we need to do things to make it better.
See that? Hey, you know what you can
America's
do better?
done bad shit. We need to do better.
Hey, he said America's done bad stuff, man. All right, that's for all you coons that's out there.
America's done bad, and we need to do better. Period. That's what I'm saying.
You know how you can do better?
By being a high school teacher, trying to make people looter.
Now we gonna show you. Bring it up.
I'm out.
Where you going, Esau?
My name's not Esau. What is this? What books are these? What books are these?
Book of Isaiah, it's the Holy Bible. Book of Isaiah, chapter 49, verse 23.
Oh.
So wrong.
Revelation 13.
Wrong.
Revelation chapter 13.
Wrong.
This is a pure
Wrong.
example of America. All right, this is how you know America. He represents America, and look at him. He's finished. Are you finished? Yes, you are. Bring that up.
Finish or finished?
Book of Revelations, chapter 13 and verse 9.
Read.
If any man have an ear, let him hear.
This is how you can make America great again.
Okay, do it.
Read.
He that leadeth into captivity,
You that what?
he that leadeth into captivity,
The Lord said, "He
Oh,
that
y'all
leadeth into
practice this
captivity."
shit?
Read.
That's weird.
shall go into captivity.
Where shall this man go?
Shall go into
What
captivity.
the Lord say?
Shall go into captivity.
And you gotta go into captivity, Esau. And that's a perfect example of America. He's done. Or he's all drunk, got the damn American flag shorts on, his book bag hanging off his shoulder. He don't know what's going on. All right, let's get back to the words of the Lord. Hey, you believe in the Bible, brother? Brother with the beat. You. All right, give me Genesis 49. Yeah, so you know that number 19.
The book of Genesis, chapter 49 and verse 1. And Jacob called unto his sons and said, gather yourselves together.
What the Lord say?
Gather yourselves together.
What we gotta do?
Gather yourselves together.
Or we gotta gather ourselves together in the last days. We gotta unify. We gotta be able to come together and do the work of the Lord so we can get up out of here, man. Or you got brothers saying, give me Nehemiah 3 and 5. You got brothers saying, nah, I don't want to go. I'm not teaching with that. But that's all. Or we gotta be able to come together, put the pride to the side, all the malice, and be able to do the work of the Lord, man, and that's it. All right, give me Sirach 25 and 1. Give me Psalms 133 and 1. Bring it out.
Nehemiah 3 and 5.
Go.
Book of Nehemiah chapter 3 verse 5.
No.
And next unto them the Tokoites repaired, but their nobles put on their necks to the work of their Lord. Moreover, the old gate repaired Jehoiada, the son of Paseah, and Meshullam, the son of
Now
Besor.
read verse 5 again.
Nehemiah chapter 3 verse 5.
Read.
And next unto them the Tekoites repaired.
Right?
But there's-
It's going into the men that build up the walls of Jerusalem. Read.
The Tekoites repaired, but their nobles put not their necks to the work of their Lord.
But their nobles what?
But their nobles put not their but their nobles put not their necks to the work of their Lord.
All right, brothers got to chime in, man. We ain't count. All right, their nobles, guess what? They didn't want to serve the Lord. They didn't want to help build up Jerusalem and the walls. They got certain brothers that's like that now. All right, they don't want to go out and do the work. They don't want to be joyful, right, and speak thus saith the Lord. All right, that's what we have to do. We got to magnify the name of the Lord. Give me John 12 and 28. All right, give me John 12 and 28, man. This should be a joy, man.
Right.
All right, the Lord put you in this truth, and what are you doing with it? You got to ask yourself this thing. The Lord could have put you in a world. All right, the Lord don't need nobody, man. All right, the Lord don't need me. But what? He got us out here doing his work. So we got to take this cheerful. All right, it was even in the curses. Hey, since you don't want to serve the Lord thy God with joyfulness, guess what? You're going to go into captivity. All right, and you only get one time to serve the Lord, man. But it's got to keep that in mind. You get one time and one time only to serve the Lord. Read that.
The book of John, chapter 12 and verse 28.
No.
Father, glorify thy name.
What the Lord say?
Father, glorify thy
Hey,
name.
the Lord said, glorify his name, man. How do you glorify his name? All right, being a watchman, reading, studying, praying. All right, being a leader to the unbelievers. All right, being an example to everybody that's around you. That's how you do it. That's how you glorify the Lord's name, man. Read.
Then came there a voice from heaven saying, I have both glorified it and will glorify it again.
And we gotta study, keep glorifying the name of the Lord, man. And don't stop. All right, this work is forever until we turn into the dust and ashes. All right, and we don't inherit the kingdom. It is what it is, man. All right, at least we went out trying. All right, that's the mindset you gotta have in the last days.
Right.
Give me Nehemiah 4:6. Give me Nehemiah 4:6.
Book of Nehemiah chapter 4 verse 6.
Read.
So built we the wall, and all the wall was joined together into the half thereof. For the people had a mind to work.
For the what?
For the people had a mind to work.
So every man that built the temple, or that helped build up the walls of Jerusalem, guess what? They was all on one accord. They had to mind to do the work of the Lord. Hey sister, you know your nationality? You believe in the Bible, sister? What about you? You believe in the Bible, sister? Can you come learn who you are? Hey brother, you know who you are? You know who you are according to the Bible? Who are you, king?
A king.
I mean, you are a king, but what's our nation? No, brother, we're not Africans. Alright. Our people is destroyed. Give me Sirach 7:15. Read that. Keep going.
Verse 7. But it came to pass that when Sanballat and Tobiah and the Arabians and the Ammonites and the Ashdodites heard that the walls of Jerusalem were made up and that the breaches began to be stopped, then they were very wroth, and conspired all of them together to come in to fight against Jerusalem.
See, that's happening now. The other nations, they don't like when we do our job, man. Alright, these top men, the elites, the CIA agents, they don't like when we come out and preach the words of the Lord. Alright, but what? We gonna still do the work of the Lord, man. So what? And they know where you live too. Don't think they know where you live. There's been plenty of times on my phone, you got a light that just flashed. Alright? What the hell is a light flashing on my phone for? Alright, they watching you. Esau know where you live, man. It's not a coincidence. You could be talking about dog food, and guess what? You go on YouTube, dog food pop up. Alright? You go on the internet, dog food pop up. So they watching you, man. You gonna have a lot of brothers, they gonna give up the faith in the latter days. Alright, read that. Sirach 7:15.
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 7 and verse 15.
Right?
Hate not laborers' work.
What the Lord say?
Hate not laborers' work.
And you can't hate laborers' works. These are laborers' works. Are you're a husbandman and you plant seeds. You can't hate that, man. You have to love this. Alright? Once this truth become a burden to you, that's only a matter of time before you fall out the truth, man. You gotta love this. That's why it's the first commandment is to love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, thy soul, and thy mind. You gotta put your all into this truth. Alright, read.
Neither husbandry, which the Most High had ordained.
Alright, which the Lord has ordained, man. And every brother, they striving to be like the Lord. Alright, brothers striving to be like the Lord, man. Alright, we striving to be like the Lord.
Amen.
Are y'all striving to be like the Lord? How?
By being kind and good to everyone.
Okay, it's more than, can we show you that it's more than that? 2 minutes, sister.
I understand.
Sister, 2 minutes. Alright, y'all gotta put on a dress. Alright, that's striving to be like the Lord, man. Y'all gotta put on a dress. You know your nationality, King? Hey, brother. Hey, brother. Brother that's walking. You believe in the Bible? Are you an Israelite? You gotta keep the commandments. You not an Israelite?
I heard that though.
Alright, shaking his head, man. Are y'all so-called Hispanics, Mexicans? What's y'all nationality? Alright, read that. What that, y'all? Sirach 7:15.
Book of Sirach, chapter 7, verse 15.
What's like you drop that? Give me Songs of Solomon 6. Songs of Solomon 69.
It's the book of Songs of Solomon, chapter 6 and verse 9. My dove, my undefiled, is but one. She is the only one of her mother. She is the choice of one. She is the choice one of her that bear her.
Y'all believe in the Bible?
The daughters saw her and blessed her. Yea, the queens and the concubines, and they praised her.
Jump down to verse 12.
Verse 12.
Brother, you believe in the Bible? Yo, brother, that's walking. You believe in the Bible? Come learn who you are, King. Read that.
Or ever I was aware, my soul made me like the chariots of Amminadib. Verse 13. Return, O Shulamite, return that we may look upon thee.
Hey, brother, you know your nationality? nationality? Hey sister, you know who you are? Alright, bad. Are you ready that again?
It's the book of Songs of Solomon, chapter 6 and verse 11.
Give me Daniel 4:23. Read.
I went down into the garden of nuts to see the fruits of the valley.
Right, so the Lord went down into the garden, and the Lord is checking the garden every day, man. Alright, that's not a literal garden. The garden is the nation of Israel. Alright, that's Isaiah 5:7.
All right.
The Lord is sending angels every day into the garden. Alright, let's read.
And to see whether the vine flourished.
And to see what?
Whether the vine flourished.
Alright, he went to see whether the vine was flourishing, man. Alright, you want to see what is your work? What are you really putting in? Alright, what are you doing? Right?
And the pomegranates budded. Or ever I was aware, my soul made me like the chariots of Ananias.
Alright, so the Lord is always, that means the Lord is always watching you.
Come on.
So hey, you should be on eggshells. If the Lord is standing right by you 24/7, that's like you might be acting up in school when you was little. Alright, now when your mom not there, you acting a fool, man. Alright, but guess what? Your mom say, I'm gonna come sit with you all day. And you on your best behavior, man. Alright, you don't even want to talk. Hey, that's how you should be with the Lord, man.
That's right.
Alright, you got certain men, they're not doing the work. They're not flourishing. Alright, they wonder why they're not growing. Where's their growth? Well, where are your works? Alright, give me Daniel 4:23.
In Daniel chapter 4, verse 23. And whereas the king saw a watcher and an holy one coming down from heaven and saying,
Right, you have a watcher. The watcher are the angels, man. And you got certain watchers. They look at men and they bring their return back.
hew the tree down and destroy it.
You the what?
Hew the tree down and destroy it.
That, so men that's been on fire, you have the angel saying, hew them down. Get them out of here. Alright, read.
Yet leave the stump of the roots thereof in the earth, even with a band of iron and brass, and the tender grass of the field, and let it be wet with the dew of heaven, and let his portion be with the beasts of the field.
And let his portion be with the beasts of the field. So yes, it's talking about Nebuchadnezzar, and it's talking about men and you. Or you got angels saying, look down. What is he doing? Or you gotta ask him, so what am I really doing? There's many fold things you can do. Give me Romans 12:4. Give me 1 Peter 4:10. Alright, give me 2 Timothy 1:6. There's many fold things you can do in a work. Alright, you should never be, well, I don't know what to do. There's so much stuff, man. You damn getting confused. Y'all know your nationality? Read that.
The book of 1 Peter chapter 4 and verse 10.
Give me Romans.
Book of Romans chapter 12 and verse 4.
Yo.
Whereas we have many members in one body, and all members have not the same office, so we being many are one body in Christ.
Right? There's many members in this thing, and everybody don't got the same office. It's clear, everybody clearly got different jobs.
Right.
Right? A deacon, he can't try to be a bishop. He's a deacon. Alright? The bishop, he can't try to be he's not a priest. Alright? Or a deacon might not be a prophet. There's many fold things in the truth, right?
And every one members of another, having then gifts differing according to the grace that is given unto us, whether prophecy, let us prophesy according to the portion of faith.
Right? If you got prophecy, you gotta prophesy. You can't sit back, well, I know the prophecies, but I'm not gonna speak. Hey sister, you know who we are? Alright, you can't say, well, I don't want to speak the prophecies, I'm scared. Give me Jeremiah 26:20. Hey, if you got the gift of prophecy, you better prophesy.
That's right.
See your damn lungs fall out. Alright, it's not serious. Jeremiah 26:20.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 26 and verse 20.
Yo.
And there was also a man that prophesied in the name of the Lord.
Alright.
Uriah, the son of Shemaiah, the Kirthajarim, prophesied against the city and against the land according to all the words of Jeremiah.
Right, so you had Uriah the prophet. Yeah, he was up there prophesying right with Jeremiah. Right?
And when Jeremiah
Jehoiakim?
When Jehoiakim the king, with all his mighty men and all the princes, heard his words, the king sought to put him to death.
See that? So he was out there prophesying. And that comes with being a prophet. You might have to get put to death. You might have to get hit on the head like real life. You might have to get cast into the lion's den. You might have to down, the Lord might kill your wife like Ezekiel. Alright, it's going into the life of a prophet. It's not easy. You might have to be on the go. You might not be able to take a shower 2 days. Alright? That's how it was in the ancient world.
But when Uriah heard it, he was afraid and fled and went into Egypt.
Alright, so this man, he got scared. He said, you trying to kill me? All I'm doing is preaching. And guess what? He fled to Egypt. So this man was scared to prophesy. Is this what's going to happen to all men that's scared to prophesy? Read.
And when Jehoiakim the king sent men into Egypt, namely Elnathan the son of Achor, and certain men with him into Egypt, and they fetched forth Uriah out of Egypt and brought him unto Jehoiakim the king.
See that? So they got this man, they grabbed him up out of Egypt, and they brought him to Jehoiakim. Read.
Slew him with the sword.
Who what?
Who slew him with the sword?
What's coming to the men that don't want to prophesy?
Who slew him with the sword?
Hey, the Lord could kill you, man. It's this serious. The Lord could kill you for not magnifying your talent.
That's right.
Alright. Hey, brother, you know who you are, King? According to the Bible? No, we're not good, brother. We in slavery. How are we good? Alright, so go back to Romans 12.
The book of Romans, chapter 12 and verse 7.
Yo.
Or ministry. Let us wait on our ministry. For he that teacheth on teaching.
See that? He that teaches. Alright, if you a teacher, go on and teach, man.
Come on.
Alright, you gotta, hey, give me Ezra 7 and 6 real fast. You gotta teach. If you want to teach, you want to be a teacher in Israel, right? You want to, Ezra 7 and 10. You want to wake up the people. And the Lord said, if you got that gift, go do it, man. Alright, the war is yours. And righteousness. Read that.
The book of Ezra, chapter 7, verse 10.
Right?
For Ezra had prepared his heart to seek the law of Yahweh, and to do it, and to teach in Israel statutes and judgments.
See that? It's a teaching Israel. Hey, sisters, y'all believe in the Bible? Hey, y'all got to stop being homosexuals and dykes. Yeah, we said it. All right?
See that?
The Lord, he don't like dykes.
Yeah, no.
All right? The Lord don't like nigga dykes. What's that one dyke, with the fat neck?
Who?
It was a while back. It was this dyke. She went viral, though. She was real. She was kind of fat. The Lord not dealing with
Joanna Mans, man. Or
Yeah.
Joanna Man.
Alright, so Ezra, and he prepared to teach, man. And he did his thing. So he was a scribe. Hey, Ezra had different gifts. He was a scribe, alright, a priest. He went to go teach. So it's many-fold things. Alright, let's go back to Romans 12.
Verse 8. Or he that exhorteth on exhortation.
Oh, he that what?
Exhorteth
On exhortation.
Exhortation is beautiful, man. That's excellent. You got certain men, they able to talk and speak to another man and might uplift his spirit. Alright, so exhortation is very important. If you got the gift of exhortation, guess what? Stir that up, man. Alright, do the video. Alright, lift up the brethren. Alright, give me 2nd Maccabees. Man, give me 2nd Maccabees 15. We'll start at verse. Start at verse 8. 2nd Maccabees 15 and 8.
Book of 2nd Maccabees, chapter 15 and verse 8.
Yeah.
Wherefore he exhorted his people not to fear the coming of the heathen against them, but to remember
I can read that again, too.
the book of 2nd Maccabees, chapter 15 and verse 8.
Right.
Wherefore he exhorted his people not to fear the coming of the heathen against them.
Alright, so Judas Maccabees, he exhorted the brethren. Alright, don't fear Nicanor. Alright, don't fear men that's trying to kill us, man. Alright, so exhortation, Judas Maccabees had that. Read.
But to remember the help which in the former times they have received from heaven, and now to accept the victory and aid which shall come unto them from the Almighty.
Right.
And so comforting them out of the law and the prophets, and with law, putting them in mind of the battles that they won before.
All right, so he was literally comforting them in the law. He went to the prophets. He said, you know what Hezekiah did, Isaiah? And he said, hey, all these men we defeated before him, hey, what are we going to do now? So he was out there uplifting the brother, and they all men got on fire, man. All right, just like you play sports. What sports you play?
Basketball, a lot. Football, a lot.
Football. Imagine if football, it's the football people like, when they come out the stadium, no man, everybody hype. Are they ready to go win that game? That's how our forefathers was, bro. That's how we gotta be for the Lord. All right, we gotta come out hype. We gotta do our thing, cast out the demons. All right, magnify the name of the Lord. Keep on.
He made them more cheerful.
He what?
He made them more cheerful.
And you could literally make a brother, he might be feeling down, you exhort him, and you make him cheerful. All right, a brother might be falling out the truth, man. All right, guess what? If you got to give for exhortation, you got to pull them out the fire. Then you can save a soul. Right?
And when he had stirred up their minds, he gave them their charge, showing them their falsehood of the heathen.
See that? He stirred up their minds. Hey, brother that's walking. Brother in the white shirt. All right, read.
And the breach of oaths. Thus he armed every one of them, not so much with defense of shields and spears, as with comfortable and good words.
See that? He said he didn't even arm his men with too many shields or the sword. He said, hey, I'm going to make sure we giving them the word. Because that's what matters. You can have all the shields in the world. But if you don't have confidence and trust in the Lord, hey, the Lord will overthrow that battle. All right, he will give you into the hand of your enemy. Hey, brother, you know who you are? Hey, according to the Bible. Who are you? We are the Hebrews, brother. We got a job to do.
Where your friends
Keep
at?
the commandments. All right, read that.
And besides that, he told them a dream worthy to be believed.
All right, so Judas Maccabees, he told them a dream. All right, this man had a dream probably the day before they won the fight. He told them a dream, right?
As if it had been so indeed, which did not a little rejoice them. And this was his vision, that Onias, who had been high priest, a virtuous and good man, reverent in conversation, gentle in condition, well spoken also, and exercised from a child in all points of virtue, holding up his hands praying for the whole body of the Jews.
Right, so Onias, the high priest, he literally prayed for the Jews and Judas Maccabees' dream, right?
This done in like manner, there appeared a man with gray hair.
See that? In his dream, it appeared a man, an old man, or with gray hairs on his head, right?
And exceeding glorious, who was wonderful and in excellent majesty.
See that? So this man was glorious. He probably had a long golden girdle, a robe on to the foot, right?
Then Onias answered, saying, this is a lover of the brethren, great much for the people and for the holy city, to which Jeremiah, the prophet of God.
See that? So we see Jeremiah, the prophet of God, in a dream. All right, read.
Whereupon Jeremiah holding forth his right hand, gave to Judas a sword of gold, and in giving and spake thus.
Hey, imagine, what's your favorite person character in the Bible? Yeah, it's besides the that'd be Michael. Solomon. Okay. Imagine Kings, you had a dream of King Solomon, he gave you a golden sword. And that'd be Mike. Alright, what's your favorite character in the Bible? Isaiah. Imagine Isaiah giving you a all gold sword. What about you?
So what?
What's your favorite character in the Bible?
My favorite character? I'll probably say either King David or Judas.
Who?
King David or Judas.
Imagine King David, man, an all gold sword. Alright, this literally happened. You see Jeremiah the prophet.
Maccabees. That's the Maccabees.
Jeremiah told him, right?
Take this holy sword and get from God, which would thou shall wound the adversary.
Right?
Thus being well covered by the words of Judas.
Like, read that again.
16. Take this holy sword and get from God.
He said, take this sword, man. Read.
With which thou shalt wound the adversary.
Thou shalt what?
Under the adversary.
That's right, what?
Wound the adversary.
And he said, take this sword and you gonna wound your enemy. It's mighty, man. Alright? I was shocked how they give you a sword and take you over. You gotta kind of do what you gotta do. Right?
Thus be well comforted by the words of Judas, which were very good and able to stir them up to valor and encourage the hearts of the young men.
So that dream set the whole body on fire, man. Alright? He kind of breaking down his dream and set the whole camp on fire. Hey, brother in red shirt, you believe in the Bible? Give us 2 minutes, brother. Come learn who you are. Alright? So, hey, that's exhortation right there. What's your nationality, brother? You know your nationality? Brother with the hat. Go back to Romans.
Book of Romans, chapter 12, and verse 8.
Right?
He that giveth, let him do it with simplicity.
See that? He that give. Giving is a gift. Hey, sisters, y'all know who y'all are according to the Bible? Who are y'all, sisters? You said what? That's right. Give us to come back, sisters. Y'all gotta come back. Israelites wear dresses. Israelite women wear dresses.
See, they be trying to.
He that ruleth with diligence, and he that showeth mercy with cheerfulness.
So even showing mercy, that's a gift. Alright, so it's many-fold gifts. Alright, you shouldn't be that man that said, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Hey, it's many, you gotta get in there. You got prophecy, exhortation, giving, showing mercy, being a better brother. There's many-fold gifts in the ministry, man. And every man has a gift. Give me that in Matthew 25:15. Guys, I don't got a gift. No, brother, every man, if you want to shoot, you got a gift. Whether that's holding up the signs, mighty. Alright? You gotta scribes in this thing, man. You got scribes that just take down notes. Alright?
The book of Matthew, chapter 25, verse 15. And unto one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, and to another 1.
Hey, sister, you know your nationality? In a blue shirt. What are you, sister? You gotta put on a dress. Alright, read.
Every man according to his several ability, and straight away took his journey.
Yeah, so every man has an ability. Whether that's 5, right? Whether that's 10, whether that's 15. Alright, bring it up.
2 Timothy, chapter 1, verse 9. Verse 6. Wherefore I put thee in remembrance, that thou stir up the gift of God.
That what?
Let's go stir up the gift of God.
So you gotta stir up that gift, huh? You gotta say, okay, I'm a mighty reader. Alright, let me read with all my might. You gotta stir that gift up. Because ultimately you're gonna be rewarded to how much you put into that gift. Now if you don't use that gift, you're not gonna get rewarded. And we seeking heavenly treasures, man. We seeking cities in the kingdom.
That's right.
Alright? We seeking down mansions, man. Buildings.
Right.
Big pools. That's what we looking for. Right?
Which is indeed by the putting on of my hands.
Right, now jump down to verse 9.
Verse 9. Who hath saved us and called us with an holy calling, not according to our works, but according to his own purpose and grace, which was given us in Christ Jesus before the world began.
Hey, y'all believe in the Bible? So-called Hispanics? Alright, Lord willing. Alright. What you on?
Book of James, chapter 1, verse 17.
No.
Every good gift and every perfect gift is from above.
Every good gift is from the Most High. Alright? You didn't get the gift of exhortation for yourself. You know, I was kind of always this week. No. Our Lord did that, man. Right?
It says, and cometh down from the Father of lights, with whom is no variableness, neither shadow of turning.
Yeah. So it comes from the Most High that's going high. Alright? sister that's walking, you know your nationality? According to the Bible. Give us 2 minutes, sister. What about you, brother? In a hat. You're not good, brother. We in slavery.
Book of Romans, chapter 12 and verse 9. Let love be without dissimulation. Abhor that which is evil, cleave to that which is good.
You gotta cleave to the things which are good. You gotta surround yourself by righteousness. You gotta imagine yourself as a tree. Like it says in Psalms 1, and be surrounded by righteousness. Hey, y'all got 2 minutes for the words of the Lord, sister? Don't have 2 minutes? Alright, you gotta surround yourself by righteousness.
First Peter chapter 4, verse 10.
No.
As every man hath received the gift, even so minister the same one to another.
So you gotta minister that gift. Alright? If this brother has a gift of speaking the Northern Kingdom, I might ask him, hey, what's some Spanish? You know, he kind of write out some Spanish. Alright? He probably kind of go over with me. And that's ministering that gift. That's what you call sharing. Alright? The Lord is all about sharing. Alright? Great.
As good stewards of the manifold grace of God.
See, that is good stewards. Great.
If any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of God. If any man minister, let him do it as the ability which God giveth.
See that? So if you're a minister, you gotta minister how the Most High gave you the minister. Are you a so-called Hispanic, Mexican? Read that. Keep going.
That God in all things may be glorified.
That it go.
And God in all things may be glorified.
That the Most High be glorified. All right, so it's gonna take time, but the more you in this truth, all this truth about is by glorifying the name of the Lord.
That's right.
We just read that in John, the 12th chapter. It's all about. Give me Sirach 43 and start at verse 27. Give me Job 33 and 27. All right, this truth is really about glorifying the name of the Lord.
Right.
That's what the Lord put you on this earth. You got women saying, "Now the Lord, He put me on this earth to be a fashion model." No, and the Lord put you to serve. All right, that's the whole duty of man, to keep the commandments of the Most High. Read this out.
Book of Sirach, chapter 43 and verse 27.
Read.
We may speak much and yet come short.
And we may speak much. Time will tell us. Hey, brother, come on where you are. Are y'all so-called Hispanics? Sisters? Alright, and we may speak much. Time will literally fail for us to go into every characteristic of the Most High. It's impossible. You just can't. Alright, read.
Wherefore in some, he is all.
He is what?
He is all.
Hey, you gotta just say he is all, bro. Alright, the Most High, he's everything. Read.
How shall we be able to magnify him?
Right, how should we be able to magnify the Lord if he's literally all? Read.
For he is great above all his works. The Lord is terrible and very great, and marvelous in his power. When you glorify the Lord, exalt him as much as you can.
That's why when you glorify him, you gotta exalt him as much as you can. You know who you are, brother? I don't think we got a phone charger. Hey sister that's walking. Yeah, brother, we let you use that. Yeah. Well, we're gonna find out. Give me number 118. Alright, it's not about the color of your skin. Alright, color of skin.
18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers.
Right? So the Israelite, for you to be an Israelite, you have to determine your pedigree, your lineage of who your father is. So whoever your father is, that would you will be that. Right? Because your father carries the seed. He carries the sperm. That's right. Alright? And the mother, she's known as the lamb. Alright? So if you plant a seed in that land, it could be an apple seed. You can just plant it right here. You're going to get an apple tree. Why? Because of the seed. Even if you plant the apple seed all the way in down Asia, it's still going to be an apple seed. An apple tree. Why? Because of the seed. So is your father a so-called black man? He was shot by the police. Zechariah 11:5. But we're going to show you that that's a currency. In the Bible. Right? Because the Chinese man, he can't say what he said. He can't say, oh, I know my father, he got gunned down in the street. He can't say that. That's only our people.
The book of Zechariah, chapter 11 and verse 5.
Really?
Whose possessors slay them?
What?
Whose possessors slay them?
Possessors slay them. Who is slaying us, brother? Who is killing us in the streets? The police. What race is the police? What race are those? Caucasians. Those people. Would y'all admit y'all killing us in the streets?
Y'all doing it. Y'all feel like y'all doing
Yep.
Just do it. Pow. Pass it down around. Any gun in the town can feel like that. That's all I want to be talking about.
Yep. But we read in the Bible that this will happen to the Israelites. The Israelites, their possessors will slay them. What?
Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty.
And they don't give guilty for it. They might not even appear before the judge. Alright, they get away innocent. Alright, that's talking about the Israelites. Alright, so we here to tell you who you are. We here to tell you that you're not black. You're not African American. Alright, we here to tell you you're an Israelite. Deuteronomy 28.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15.
No.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
We don't listen to our God. You know who Moses is? Moses? No, Moses is an Israelite. Alright, he's talking to the Israelite. He said if you don't keep God's commandments, he'll put curses on you. Alright, keep going.
To observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
And all of these curses. So is a curse a good thing or a bad thing? It's a bad thing. Now we're going to read some curses and tell me who does it fit. Alright? Does it fit the Chinese man? The so-called Ethiopian man? Alright, the white man? Or does it fit us? Give me verse 48.
Verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger.
And what?
And hunger.
And hunger. What was the last thing you ate? Brownies from where? What store? Okay. Last time I was saying that probably came from Walmart. You know what? I know that. And do a black person own that hotel? Well, allegedly, that they don't own that. Black people don't own that. So the Lord said he would serve your enemies in hunger. Right?
And in thirst.
And in thirst. When you want something to drink. Alright, Aquafina. You gotta pay for it. Dietary. You gotta pay for it. Right?
And in nakedness.
And in nakedness. The clothes on your back. Right?
And in want of all things.
And anything you want, guess where you gotta go to? Your enemy. You gotta go to the so-called way. Right?
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
He shall what?
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
He shall put a yoke of iron. That's a yoke of iron right there. Read.
Until he have destroyed thee.
Until he have mentally destroyed you. Because eventually, guess what? The yokes came off. We don't have chains on our neck, but we still destroyed. Alright, that's in the mindset. Alright? So who does that curse fit? Yeah, that's right. Who does that curse fit? That fit us. Alright? But that fits the Israelites. Alright? What's going on? You know your nationality? What is it? You said what? Moorish American. Did you know the Moors were Israelites?
I didn't know it, but I knew
So what would that make you? Alright? Yeah. Read verse 54.
Verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother.
What?
His eye shall be evil toward his brother.
So it says the Israelite man will have an evil eye.
Love this shit, stop, man. That's what I love the most.
You listening, brother? Does the Chinese man have an evil eye toward his brother?
I can see it.
He does?
That's good to you.
I'm saying toward his brother, toward his fellow Chinese person.
Everybody is toward the Israelites, though.
Well, yeah.
That's right. That's right.
All right, but this is saying, this is black on black crime in the Bible. All right? Read it again.
So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall lead.
All right, so it said a so-called black man would be most don't believe in his father. All right? That's what happened to a lot of brothers in our nation. Our father not in the household. But it's a curse on who? The Israelites. Verse 68.
Verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
In slavery again.
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
How do we get over here to America, brother? With ships. All right, you see that? That's how we got over here. All right, you can't take a Uber from West Africa all the way to damn North America. That's impossible. All right, we came over here on ships. Why is we reading that in the Bible, though? You know why? This is our history book. Right, Israelites. Yes.
Right. Which one? The Holy Bible? King James?
King James. The Holy Bible, King James. Yeah.
I know you got it.
All right, let us get one more commandment, King. Read 1 Corinthians 3:16. So you're an Israelite. That's your nationality. All right, you're not black, not African American. Well, I don't know about that, brother, but you're an Israelite. That's your nationality.
David, right?
All right, we ain't that.
Book of 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 16.
Right.
Know ye not that ye are the temple of God?
As an Israelite, brother, you are the temple of God, man.
And that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you.
The Spirit of God is dwelling.
If any man defile the temple of God, if any man defile the temple of God,
you defile your temple, read.
him shall God destroy.
Him shall what?
Him shall God destroy.
You don't want the Lord to destroy you. You can't defile your temple. What way to defile your temple? Right, so are you going to smoke that cigarette you say you was going to get? Well, you do have some, brother. All right, so no more smoking, okay? Okay, Lord. All right, Lord willing, you stop smoking. All right. All right, we got a flyer for you. We're going to give it to you. All right, we got a YouTube channel on there. It's on there.
Brother got his phone, man. You got it. No, use it, I guess. You got your smart. What? Oh, okay. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. I thought you had. No, you ain't that bad.
All praise.
You got any questions, kid? All right, you got any questions?
This is my man already. Back there with the
you going?
Huh?
Where you going?
Oh, yeah, I got a question.
Yeah, you don't know? Yeah, you need to stay right here.
Con. All praises. You gotta stay right here, brother.
The Lord got you right here right now. Did you know that? Yeah, he do. You know what color Christ is?
Like my tone?
Huh?
Any tone, our tone, or any tone?
All right, we gonna show you.
Con, edify, teach y'all.
Revelations, chapter 1 and verse 1.
praise.
The revelation of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. Verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
What?
Were
White like wool.
His head and his hairs was white like wool. All right, that's going into Christ. All right, is this Christ right here?
No.
No, that's not. Yeah, that's right. It's not Christ. Read.
As white as snow.
And so Christ had all white hair. All right, read.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
And he had red eyes. All right, read.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
What color is brass? You know?
Like gold.
Yes, it's like gold. All right, so that's how his feet was. Now, when you take your shoes off after a long day at work, what color is your feet? It's the same as the rest of your body, right? Yeah.
Sweat.
It might turn a little lighter. We're going to see how dark Christ was. Right?
As if they burned in a furnace.
As if what?
As if they burned in a furnace.
So Christ looked so dark, it looked like he got burnt. So he was the color of your hair. Look at your hair. Yeah, that's Christ's color right there.
I was just my skin with that color. I'm on the show, man.
Yeah. So that's now you know what Christ is. So what if I say Christ was a white man? What would you say? You wouldn't believe it.
Come.
All right, that's right.
Sorry.
You gotta, whoever said Christ looks like that, you gotta say he's a liar. Alright? You willing to do that? You say you willing to do that?
What?
If somebody says this is Christ, you gotta say he's a liar.
I would say that.
And brother in the yellow shirt, you gotta separate from the white woman.
That's right.
What about it? Is it true? Give me Acts 5:29.
Saca la palabra. Mira.
Con.
Give me Matthew 26:66.
That's Acts 5:29.
I want to remove all my
It's the book of Acts, chapter 5, and verse 29.
Go.
Then Peter said, and the other apostles answered and said, we ought to obey God rather than men. The God of our fathers raised up Jesus, whom he slew and hanged on a tree.
Now, people would say Christ got hung on a tree and start scoffing. You say, no, he didn't get hung on the cross. He got hung on a tree.
I thought so.
No, he did get hung on the cross, but that tree is made of wood. That cross was made of wood. All right, if we go into that word in the blue letter, in the Greek, it literally means cross, or it literally means wood. All right, you might have to pull it up. But Yahushua, he got hung on the cross, and he had to bear that cross. We're gonna show you.
It's a tree, right?
Huh?
He was hung from a tree.
He wasn't hung from a tree, but he was hung on a tree. But that tree would be the cross. This is made out of wood.
But it was like this thing, right?
But I can't tell. From the images, he was saying like this. From the images we see. All right, read that up, Matthew 26.
The book of Matthew, chapter 26 and verse 66. What think ye? They answered and said, he is guilty of death.
Right?
Then did they spit in his face and buffeted him, and others smote him with the palms of their hands.
Right? So Christ is getting persecuted. They spit on him. All right? And they probably ate something. Don't tell them what they ate. They breath probably been stuck been stinking, and they spit on him. All right? And then they hit him on the face. Read.
Saying, prophesy unto us, thou Christ, who is he that smote thee?
All right?
Now Peter sat without in the palace, and a damsel came unto him, saying, thou also was with Yahweh Shai of Galilee. But he denied before them.
The book of John, chapter 19 and verse 17.
Right?
No.
And he, bearing his cross,
And he what?
bearing his cross.
So Christ literally had to bury his cross. All right, so he was hung with his own cross. All right, but they might say tree
Leviticus chapter 11 and verse 7.
Right.
And the swine.
And the what?
And the swine.
And the swine. You know what swine is? Pig. You eat pork? All right, read.
Though he divide the hoof and be cloven-footed, yet he cheweth not the cud, he is unclean to you.
He is what?
He is unclean to you.
All right, so the Lord says swine is unclean to us. Y'all, brothers and sisters, y'all know your nationality? You know your nationality, King? Come learn, brother. All right, so the Lord says swine is unclean to you. You can't eat it.
What's the next life?
Next life? No, in the next life, we're not going to be eating swine. All right, we're going to be in the kingdom of heaven, Lord willing.
That's
Right.
right.
All right.
Take a walk, okay? I love you guys.
All right, brother.
Y'all done here every day?
Every Friday and Saturday.
See you later.
All right, Lord
Lord
willing.
willing.
All right, what's your nationality before you leave?
Right. That's right.
What's your question?
I was going to ask you, you a deacon, bishop, or priest?
I'm neither.
Scribe? I'm just asking your office.
On my office, I'm just a servant of the Lord. Alright? I'm just a servant of the Lord. Give me 1 Timothy 3:11. Alright, now you got different offices. You got a bishop, a deacon, a scribe. Give me 2nd Ezra 12 and 47. Alright? Give me 2nd Maccabees 6 and 18.
Book of 2nd Ezra chapter 12 verse 47.
So you bring this up first.
The book of 1 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 1.
Give me Jeremiah 36 and start at verse 2.
Now the Spirit speaketh expressly.
Second verse.
The book of 1 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 1. This is a true saying. If a man desire the office of a bishop, he desireth a good work.
Alright, so you have a bishop. Alright, bishop, he's just the overseer of the church. That's what a bishop is. He's the overseer. Y'all know your nationality? Come learn, man. That's why we out here. We out here for y'all. Alright, so a bishop, he's the overseer of the church. So if he desired this office, it's a great office you gotta have. To be an oversight of the church. Give me Proverbs 23 and 27 real fast.
No.
And you had certain men that was bishops. Like Antipas, when you go into the history, he was a bishop over the church in Samaria. Alright, you had Timothy was a bishop. Alright. Polycarp was a bishop when you go into the history. Alright, so you got a lot of men that was bishops. And that John, the Revelator, or John the Apostle set up. I read that. Proverbs 27 and 23. 27.
Book of Proverbs chapter 27 verse 23.
Get out.
Be thou diligent to know the state of thy flock.
Right, so the Lord said you gotta be diligent and know the state of thy flock. Alright? So that's what a bishop is. He's an overseer of the flock. Alright? That's one office. Alright, jump down to verse 1 Peter 3 and 10.
Book of 1 Peter chapter 3 and verse 10.
Oh.
And let these also first be proved, then let them use the office of a deacon, being found blameless.
See that? So if you want to be a deacon, you gotta be found blameless. No man can say, well, because they gonna have a council. This is what will happen in the age. We'll have a council. Men will come together, and they will say certain men will set up for different positions. All right, now you might desire that office. That might get brought up in a council. They say, hey, what y'all think about this man being a deacon? Now another man like, nah, he talk too much. All right, he's low-key a scoffer. Another brother might say, you know, at the camp, he tried to pull me to the side and talk about the book of Enoch. Alright? You might have another brother, you might say, oh, that brother was fine. I think he deserved that office. So a bishop, it's like a deacon, you gotta be blameless. You can't say nothing bad about him. Alright, somebody bring up that man, oh, I don't got nothing. I got pure respect for that. Alright? For a deacon. And he gotta get proved. Alright? So you got a bishop, you got a deacon, you got a scribe, you gonna bring up the scribe.
Second Ezra chapter 12, verse 47.
All right, so Ezra, he was a scribe. All right.
For the highest had you in remembrance.
Right. I will put your question on who is king. All right. So we're in Hebrew wisdom. What y'all know what the Hebrew the correction, Hebrew is just a language. You have Hebrew is a language. You got Hebrew Edomites. Y'all know about the Edomites? What? Y'all know where the Edomites will be now? Y'all know where the Edomites will be today? The Edomites will be the so-called white man. That's their biblical, the white man. Right, they're Edomites. You'll pass me that level. Alright, so we got the table of nations right here. Alright. So you will be a Hebrew if you come from a man named Esau in the Bible. Alright? Right. If you come from that man, you're going to get it. Genesis 11. Alright? So if a man named Eber, you will be a Hebrew.
Book of Hebrews, chapter 11 and verse 16.
No.
And Eber lived 34 years and begot Peleg.
Right, so it's giving a genealogy of men all the way up to Abraham.
Say.
Alright? Alright, so it's listed all the descendants all the way up to of Shem, all the way up to Abraham. Alright, so Esau, the so-called white man, he's a Hebrew, but he's a Hebrew Edomite. Ishmael, he's a Hebrew, but he's a Hebrew Ishmaelite. Alright, which are the so-called Arabs. You have the Hebrew Israelites, they're Hebrews, right, which is a language, but we descend from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So yes, we are Hebrews, but to be specific, we're the Hebrew Israelites. Alright, we the Hebrew Israelites. Alright, so what else y'all know about it? Yeah, y'all know what we gotta do to get the kingdom of heaven? That's right. And what else? You know? Yeah, we gonna show you. Give me Luke 10 and 25. Alright, this is very important. So, and y'all know that Christ, which is the so-called black man, is only the savior of Israel, right?
Yes.
Okay, we gonna check that. Read this out.
This book of Luke, chapter 10 and verse 25.
Yeah.
And behold, a certain lawyer stood up and tempted him, saying, Master, what shall I do to inherit eternal life?
Right, so this man, he's coming up to Christ. He said, what shall I do that I can inherit the kingdom of heaven?
He said unto him, what is written in the law?
What is what?
What is written in the law?
And he said, what's written in the law? What's written in the law? The commandments of God. Alright, the commandments. So in order to get into the kingdom of heaven, yes, you have to believe on Christ, who's a so-called black man, whose real name is Yahweh Shah, and you got to keep the commandments. Y'all know any commandments? That's right. Alright, we're going to come down low.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 11 and verse 7.
Read.
And the swine.
And the what?
And the swine.
Y'all know what swine is? Pork. Read.
Though he divide the hoof and be cloven-footed, yet he cheweth not the cud, he is unclean to you.
The Lord said swine is unclean. Alright, read.
Of their flesh ye shall not eat, and their carcass ye shall not touch. They are unclean to you.
So the Lord said to the Israelites, you can't eat swine because it's unclean. You guys eat swine, we're eating. Alright, we used to do that too
Right.
Some brothers, they up here 3 years clean. Those swine, 3 years. You got elders in the truth, they 20 years clean of swine. Alright? So would y'all be willing to stop eating swine for the Lord? Yeah, all praise. Right, all praise to the Lord. Alright, keep going. Y'all eat shrimp, crab, and lobster? You're learning. Yeah, all praise. Can't eat it anymore. We're going to show y'all that.
These shall ye eat of all that are in the waters, whatsoever hath fins and scales in the waters, in the seas, and in the rivers, them shall ye eat.
Right, so whatever comes out the waters that have fins and scales, you can eat. Right, y'all know anything that comes out the waters that don't have fins and scales? Octopus doesn't have fins and scales. Shrimp, right, crab, lobster. Alright, but you got but you can't eat that half. We don't eat that. But salmon, you can eat salmon. Bass. Footlock. We got many fishes you can eat. So the Lord commanded us in dietary law. Alright? Give me Sirach 30 and 15.
Verse 38.
Yo.
This is he that was in the church in the wilderness.
Right? So the church is the people. Alright, they were who was in the wilderness with Moses, the Israelites. So the church is the Israelites. Alright, you mean jump down to verse 48.
Verse 48. Howbeit the Most High dwelleth not in temples made with hands.
Right, the Lord, he don't dwell in temples made with hands. Your mind day temples will be the Christian church. Alright? The Baptist church. The St. John Methodist Church of God in Christ. Now, yeah. The Lord said he don't dwell in it.
Heaven is thy throne, and earth is my footstool. What house will ye build me?
And he said, what house will you build? The Lord is too magnificent. He's too great. We're just going over that earlier. Give me Job 33 and 27. Alright, he's too great. He can't dwell in it.
The book of Job, chapter 33 and verse 27.
Oh.
He looketh upon men, and if any say, I have sinned and perverted that which was right, and it profited me not, he will deliver his soul from going into the pit, and his eternal life shall see the light.
See, that's so the Lord has so much power. He's able to deliver a soul from death. This man has that power, and don't have that power. Alright? But the Lord has the power to resurrect you. Alright? The Lord got enemies that praise him.
Book of Revelation, chapter 4 and verse 8.
No.
And the four beasts had each of them 6 wings
Right?
about
So
them.
you got 4 beasts in the heavens.
And they were full of eyes within, and they rest not day or night.
Right? They don't, but they will get no.
Saying, holy, 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 Lord God Almighty, which was and is to come.
And that's how they say holy, 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 24/7. That's how.
Sure.
That's going into the cherubim. Alright? So, the Lord is great. Alright, so we're going to get a couple more. First Corinthians. Y'all know how to pray? How do you pray?
You gotta pray inside the prayer. Praying and
chapter 11, verse 3. But I will have you know that the head of every man is Christ.
Right.
And the head of the woman is the man. And the head of Christ is God.
So you got the Most High, Yahweh Shah, man, and then woman. Read.
Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonoreth his head.
So I can't pray with a snapback on or do right. Why? Because me as a man, I would dishonor my head. My head is Christ. Alright? So when I pray, I can't have my head covered. Read.
But every woman that prayeth or prophesieth with her head uncovered,
With her what?
with her head uncovered,
So if a woman is praying with her head uncovered, read.
dishonoreth her head.
See what?
Dishonoreth her head.
Right? So that's why you see the sisters over there. Alright, they had their head covered. Alright? When you pray, sister, you want to make sure you have your head covered. Alright? And when y'all two pray, y'all want to make sure y'all have y'all hair covered. I mean uncovered. Sorry. Uncovered. So women covered, men uncovered. Alright, the Lord hear your prayers. Alright, because right now the Lord not hearing our prayers. Because we're sinning. Give me Lamentations 3:41. Give me Isaiah 59. Alright? Give me Sirach 35 and 16.
Book of Lamentations, chapter 3 and verse 41.
Oh.
Let us lift up our heart with our hands unto God in the heavens. We have transgressed and have rebelled, and thou hast not pardoned.
Right? We transgressed the law. Alright? Our forefathers didn't keep the commandments. Read.
Thou hast covered with anger and persecuted us. Thou hast slain, thou hast not pitied. Thou hast covered thyself with a cloud. Thou hast covered thyself with a cloud.
God, he literally covered himself with the cloud. Read.
That our prayers shall not pass through.
That our what?
That our prayers shall not pass through.
See, that our prayers are not passing through. It's like a block. It's our prayers and it's the cloud. It's not passing through. Why? Because we was in sin. Alright, but once you keep the commandments, stop eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster, learn how to pray, repent, and the Lord is hearing those prayers. Alright, read that out. You read that out, man.
The book of Sirach, chapter 35 and verse 15.
No.
Do not the tears run down the widow's cheeks.
16.
16. And he that serveth the Lord shall be accepted with favor.
Right, he that serves the Lord, he gonna be accepted. Read.
And his prayers shall reach unto the clouds.
And his what?
And his prayers shall reach unto the clouds.
So righteous man, righteous woman that's serving the Lord, and your prayers gonna reach the clouds. Alright, read.
The prayer of the humble pierceth the clouds.
The what?
The prayer of the humble pierceth the clouds.
Imagine that. The Lord said a prayer of a humble man, sister, it goes straight to the clouds. Alright, read.
Until it come nigh, he will not be comforted, and will not depart till the Most High shall behold to judge righteously and execute judgment.
Right, so eventually the Lord is going to hear that prayer of a righteous man. A fervent prayer of a righteous man availeth much. That's James 5 and 16. Alright, so we're going to get some more commandments. Me first and so far, real fast, we're going to give a quick quiz. Y'all got to name 3 things that y'all learned today. Alright, that's one. That's right. Can men pray with their head covered?
Yes.
They can?
Wait.
adorn themselves in modest apparel.
Alright, so women, they have a dress code. Just like men, they have a dress code. I can't come out here and wear a dress. Alright, the Lord, Alright, that would be foolish. Nobody would take me serious if I'm in a tutu. Alright, so women, they're not supposed to be wearing pants. Alright, women have to wear dresses. Just like you see the women over there, they wear dresses. Alright, that shows you a princess. A princess, you got righteous women in the Bible. Alright, Judah, Esther, the list goes on. Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel. They wasn't wearing booty shorts. Alright, we just gonna call it how it is. They wasn't wearing pants that come right here. A princess wouldn't wear that. A princess would cover herself up and leave that to her husband. If she doesn't have a husband, she'll keep that to herself. Alright, so you want to work on getting dresses who are willing. Then we're going to bring out some more.
Book of Leviticus. Book of Leviticus, chapter 19 and verse 27.
Right.
You shall not round the corners of your heads.
You shall what?
You shall not round the corners of your heads.
So as men, we can't shave our head bald, or women as well. So we can't shave our head bald. I agree.
Neither shalt thou mar the corners of thy beard.
You can't cut off your beard. That's why every brother up here, you see them with a beard. Alright? That's a beard. The brother's got the designer man. We gonna look into the definition. We're gonna read the definition of beard.
Y'all got any questions or comments?
Alright, we gonna look up the definition of beard. This designer van Bible Compact Dictionary for the word beard.
Yo. Beard, a badge of manly dignity.
What?
A badge of manly dignity.
So the beard, it represents a badge of manly dignity. Alright? Because the Lord compares us to lions. You meet Ezekiel 19, real fast. Ezekiel 19:1. The Lord compares us to lions. You meet Revelation 5th chapter. Christ, he's known as a lion from the tribe of Judah. Alright?
Ezekiel chapter 19, verse 1.
Yeah.
Moreover, take thou up a lamentation for the princes of Israel,
Right?
and say, what is thy mother? A lioness. She lay down among lions. She nourished her whelps among young lions, and she brought up one of her whelps,
Right?
and it became a young lion.
Right? So this is going into a lamentation, a parable of Israel. Alright, that mother is talking about Israel. Alright, the young lions will be the kings. Alright, because you had kings reigning. Alright, so like Jehoiakim, Jehoahaz, they will be compared to his lions. So all in the Bible, the Lord compares us to lions.
Book of Revelations, chapter 5 and verse 5. And one of the elders said unto me, weep not, behold, the lion of the tribe of Judah, the lion of the tribe of Judah,
You have Christ, the lion of the tribe of Judah, read.
the root of David, hath prevailed to open the book and to loose the 7 seals thereof.
See that? So when you go into this account, no man was able to open up this book. And this book had the 7 seals. Only one man, Christ himself, the Lamb. Alright? So that get deep, right? So we compare it to his lion. Alright, so brothers, if you can, when y'all start getting there to that age, keep y'all beard. Alright?
Book of Numbers chapter 15, verse 38.
You know,
speak unto the children of Israel.
Do what?
Speak unto the children of Israel,
Read.
and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments.
All right, y'all know what fringes is? All right, these are fringes. All right, every brother up here got on fringes. All right, so these are sons. These are sons.
Yes.
Okay, so it's a website. You got Etsy. You can go on Amazon with shirts with fringes. You got different websites where you could get fringes at. All right, so it's a commandment. Keep going.
Bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generations, and that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue, and it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it and remember all the commandments of the Lord.
So we're supposed to look at these and remember all the commandments of the Lord. All right, so I might get into it with this brother one day. All right, and then me and him finna kind of box. You know how Jake is. Jake pull up his pants. All right, so let's say I kind of pull up my pants. I look down at my fringes. Oh, no, I can't fight you, brother. All right, it's written in the law, thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart. And anywise you beat thy neighbor and suffer sin not upon him. All right, so these fringes will help you remember the commandments. All right, so that's what these are for. You want to make sure your sons, you can get this info, report it back to your husband, and make sure the sons get fringes. All right? Sure.
Thank you for this information. We, as a friends, we meet at the jazz fest, but more than likely, I'll probably be back out here when he's off work.
Okay.
So he can speak to you guys.
Okay, all praises to the Lord.
All right, thank you so much.
Get a flyer before you leave.
Nah, it's the same one.
Oh, you got it already.
All right, so before y'all leave, what's y'all nationality? What's your nationality?
Well, I guess it would be Hebrew.
That's right. That's right.
Come on!
What about you, King? What's your nationality? What are we?
Put your hand down. You got your hand up.
The Israelite. That's right.
Right, brother.
All right, what about you?
Say it loud.
That's right.
Right.
All right, we the Israelite.
Oh, that's
All
right.
So we'll be out here, Lord willing. All right. All right, the word going out. All right, Israel is waking up. Give me Ezekiel 37:10. Give me Zephaniah 2:1.
No. Book of Ezekiel, chapter 37, verse 10.
Read.
So I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived.
And the breath is the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All right? And we're prophesying the breath into our people, the dry bones, and what?
And stood up upon their feet an exceeding great army.
Hey, what?
An exceeding great army.
And the Lord is building the army in the last days. There's nothing you can do about this truth, man. You can't stop us, the Israelites, from waking up in the last days.
That's right.
All right, the knowledge is already out there. Give me Daniel 12:4. There's nothing you can do. You can shut down YouTube all you want. You can burn the Bibles all you want. All right, but the knowledge is out here. And you got men of the Lord, they're going to strive for the truth until death.
That's right.
All right.
Daniel chapter 12, verse 4.
Yeah.
But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end.
Right.
Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased.
And what?
And
knowledge shall be increased.
This is a prophecy that knowledge will increase in the last days. All right, and that's what's happening. Hey, men didn't, in the 1800s, men wasn't breaking down Revelation in the 16th chapter. All right? Men wasn't going into Songs of Solomon, wasn't going into Daniel 9. Hey, that information wasn't out. But the Lord said, the more we approach the end, knowledge will increase. It's going to come back, brother. All right. Deal with that, brother. All right. So, y'all any other questions? Any questions about the Bible?
Yeah, what was the second question? I forget. I'll think of it again.
Yeah, I'll bring it. I bring that up.
The book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse 1.
Give me Jeremiah 15:5.
Gather yourselves together.
What the Lord say?
Gather yourselves together.
Right, the Lord said gather together, read.
Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
And the Israelites, there are desired in the last days. It's not a coincidence. Everybody hates the Israelites. Alright? From the time of Antiochus. Alright? From the time of Pharaoh. Alright? Everybody hates the Israelites. It's not a coincidence. We're the nation that's not desired. Why? Because we're the greatest people on this earth. Hey, white man. Would you admit that we're the greatest people on this earth? Would you admit that? Would y'all admit that we're the greatest people on this earth? They sense that. Brother in the red. Right. Read that. Jeremiah 15:5.
Jeremiah chapter 15, verse 5.
Get out.
For who shall have pity upon thee?
Right? Who's going to have pity upon the Israelites? Read.
O Jerusalem. Or who shall bemoan thee? Or who shall go aside to ask how thou doest?
Right? And nobody said, I never heard somebody say, you know what? The Israelites, they have been through 1619. Right? They have been to the Roman Jewish wars. They got their temple destroyed twice. Let's see how the Israelites are doing. Nobody has said that, man. All right, so nobody cares about the Israelites. But the Lord is coming back to redeem his people. All right, believe it or not, you got to truly believe that. Give me 2 Thessalonians 3:2. Give me 2 Ezra 5:1. All right, give me Isaiah 80:13. Nobody believes that. Give me Luke 18:8, man. You have to believe that you will get delivered. All right, you have to believe that you will get beamed up in a chariot.
God.
And that might be unusual because we haven't seen the chariot before. All right, manifest, and we actually know before. All right, so we gotta truly believe that we get salvation from our enemies, man. Bring that out in Luke 18:8 first.
The book of Luke, chapter 18 and verse 8.
Right.
I tell you that he will avenge them speedily. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on the earth?
That's a mean verse, man. The Lord said, when I come back, is there going to be faith on the earth? That's a rhetorical question. All right, because it's not going to be really no faith. All right, and that's scary. That's why we should be praying for faith more than ever. Give me 2 Ezra 5:1.
Book of 2 Ezra, chapter 5 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
Nevertheless, as concerning the token, behold, the day shall come that they which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in a great number.
See that? The men that dwell upon the earth, they going to get taken. Read.
And the way of truth shall be hidden.
And the way of truth, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, the breakdowns, the videos on YouTube, is going to be shut up. Read.
And the land shall be barren of faith.
And the what?
And the land shall be barren of faith.
And the Lord said the land going to be barren of faith. And barren, they say Sarah at one point in time, she was barren. Meaning she couldn't breathe. And she couldn't have no kids. Alright? What are you doing up here? What's your name?
So many questions.
What's your name?
Stan, what's up?
You're Stan?
From Europe?
From Europe? Did you know that the Europeans had so-called black people in slavery?
I mean, we are on slavery because we pay taxes and debt.
You said what?
We are all enslaved because we pay tax and debt. You like or not?
You said y'all the slaves?
You have to pay the tax, right?
Are we the same?
No, he said we all enslaved because we pay tax and debt.
Well, we not all the same.
I am. They try to force me to take a vaccine and I didn't want to. That's the slave thing.
Well, it's about nation.
That's the slave thing. If I forced to take a vaccine and I don't want to, because that's against my will. How you name it?
You gotta deal with it.
That's the slave thing.
Well, that's crazy. You a slave and you're damn.
Try not to pay attention.
Job chapter 9.